All right, Friday.
Oh man, I'm freaking out. That would be today, honey.
Psychic day.
Today is Psychic Fair Day.
I'm not psychic.
I think we all knew that.
I know.
Todd and Erin Psychic Fair, 4th annual. If you do not have your tickets, you can get them at the door. 50 psychics tonight. This is going to be so cool.
What's the date today?
Biggest gathering along the Wasatch Front. By the way, if you're looking at this in the future, this is Friday, March 22nd. It's at the
Sorry you missed it.
the Viridian Event Center in West Jordan.
I've never been there.
We're running 5 to 10 tickets for admission, $5. Readings with the psychics are $10 each. It's such a cool thing, though. It's so much fun. And we're doing all kinds of amazing stuff like body work and massage. You can make a free vision board. There's all kinds of shopping, breakout speakers. It's going to be fun.
Okay, that's going on. And last chance for chili.
How did you come up with this name for Last Chance Chili?
Last chance chili. A lot of people won't eat chili when it gets warm. And since it's spring now, this is your last chance because, you know, we're kind of cool at night and stuff.
The accompanying gusty winds.
July. Do you want chili in July?
No, not as much.
My chili you do because it's so yummy. But for most people, chili has a season to it, much like turkey does. So what we're going to do right now is go to the kitchen and it's chili time. Let's do it. Ow! How's it going? Just cutting jalapeno peppers and I touched my eye. Oh my gosh, that hurts. There's only one worse story than this. I heard a story about a guy who was working with ghost peppers. They're really, really crazy ones. And they went to the bathroom. Wonder what that dance looked like, huh? So I'm making chili, if I can see. Making chili. I wanted to thank you for going on Facebook, by the way. Had a great discussion about. I made chili only once before, and I know, right? It's like make other soups, so why chili just once? And I did pretty well, but I want to know what your secret surprise was. Secret ingredient. And this is what I learned. First of all, thanks for not fighting, because this does have beans in it, the way God intended. But cinnamon, didn't know. Chocolate, didn't know. Coffee, didn't know. Beef stock, didn't know. I'm going to use beef stock in this one. But what I'm going to do, as opposed to throw some like bitter, unsweetened chocolate into the whole batch, I'm going to make the whole batch with some of your suggestions. And then I'm going to make some side batches and put cinnamon in one, chocolate in another, coffee in another. So I don't like the whole batch. You can't put them in all at once because then you got a riot going on. So basically, here's something I want to show you. This is the meat I'm using for the chili, and as you can tell, it's not ground beef. And what I did is I went to Lucky's, or you can go to most of the Hispanic grocery stores, and they have what they call taco meat, and it's got texture to it. It's not a fine grind, it's more of a coarse grind, and it gives you that mouthfeel that I really, really like in a chili, so it's not all, you know, it's not like soup. You've got some bite and some chewing going on. So anyway, that's what we're doing. Otherwise, it's the usual suspects. Onions, jalapenos, move that out of the way. Take the seeds out. I'm not going to use them for heat as much as I am for flavor. I'm going to add heat later. Garlic over here. The beans, a mixture, dark kidney, light kidney pinto, and black beans. And I did them out of the can. I didn't have time. Sorry, guys. And then beef stock, we're going to do that, some beef stock. Also some, I can't tip this because, some crushed tomatoes. Got that, got some paste over here, and got some oregano right here. I've got cumin, which is like really good because it gives it that earthy kind of tone. This is the secret. This is what I'm doing. This is, I did this last time. You only take like one of these out of here, and it's got that sauce that comes with it, the adobo sauce, and it is incredible. So that's my secret ingredient. Also, chili powder, of course, and oregano, chili powder, like that. Okay. I've already browned the hamburger off, so all we have to do is start putting this thing all together and get it on the stove. So let's do that. All right, assembling. I already put the chili powder in. I put the oregano and I put the cumin. And now just the rest goes in. And yes, my eye is still burning from the pepper. I did not wash my hands. It hurts like a... Okay, so got the garlic going in. Garlic's going in too, so that's what we have here. Now, I'm not going to put all the jalapenos in for a reason, and that is I don't want to kill this. That might have been too much. I'm looking more for flavor here than I am, other deals. Okay, so here's the other stuff. Here's that stuff that I'm telling you about. Chipotle with adobo sauce, I believe it's called. This is hot. Good luck. All right. Now the beans. We had the beans in, strained, of course, washed off. They go in. I was wondering how this thing was going to fill up. All right, so beef stock. I've never done the beef stock before. This is new. All right. Now I'm going to use the tomatoes, the crushed ones. I like those. And they still have some texture to them. What am I missing? I need some more ingredients. All right, let's stir it and then see what we have. It's really thick. I think I have too many ingredients. I'm gonna have to thin it with another beef stock. Messy cooking. All right, so that's what we're looking at right now. So all the pretty ingredients. I'm not going to salt it. I'm going to wait till I get it going. I'm going to start tasting it as it goes. All right, so there we go. Time to put it on the stove. Let's go. Ow! Oh, great. Again, seriously, really? What kind of moron am I? Oh, man. Touch jalapenos, don't touch your eyes. Touch jalapenos, don't touch your eyes. Medic!
The Todd and Erin Daily Stream is brought to you by PC Laptops, with desktops and laptops starting as low as $7.99 with a lifetime parts and service warranty. They fix phones too. Go to PCLaptops.com. And by Brio Technologies. They rent, sell, and install audiovisual components, including professional sound, lighting, video, and intercom systems, components, projectors, interactive whiteboards, and classroom audio systems. Just go to BrioAudiovisual.com.
I have found a new gig.
I can't decide if this is like the worst job ever or like the worst message you could ever send to your children.
UK families looking for a part-time nanny who is willing to dress up as a Disney princess every day, different one for a month at a time. I'm in. I am so in.
Number one, I want to meet the family that has that much money. And number two, I had to dress up as a Disney princess once for a party. Do you know how much work is involved?
No, excuse me.
With the wigs and the makeup and the gloves and stuff?
$53,000 is the salary.
It's not enough.
$53,000. I'm doing it. I am the little princess.
Do you know what it would be like to wear Snow White's wig every day for a month while you're running around after toddlers?
No, but I want to find out. I could be the mermaid.
This is horrible.
Now you have to know all the songs.
You have to hop around after the kids with the tail on. I mean, how does that work?
Imagine me as the little mermaid. I can.
I think you in a clamshell bra would be very attractive.
It's a brand new world. I don't know all the songs. Moana.
Yeah, you'd have to learn those.
You're welcome. See, there's couple words out of a song.
That's not Moana's song. That's the
Don Johnson's.
That's the demigod's song.
That's what's his face? The Rock. Dwayne.
Yes. And they don't want The Rock. They want Disney princesses.
5-year-old twin girls. Obsessed with Disney. And this is just feeding the addiction, my friends.
Oh, I think so, yeah.
And then you get to go and do this and then want to jump off a high building and hurt yourself. $53,000.
It's not enough. I'm sorry.
You get sick days.
Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of them because your skin's going to break out from the stage makeup. You do not know how much effort is involved. And really, you're going to chase kids in a mermaid tail? I mean, this is not going to happen.
Just flopping along the sidewalk. Flappity, 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 flappity. Rotten kids. You'd hate them after no time whatsoever. 53 grand, though.
It's not enough.
Think about it.
It's not enough.
Could be your future.
Getting up every morning at 5 a.m. to put on the dress and the wig, then having to.
I'm not sure. Do you really have to have it on that good, or is it just kind of disheveled princess?
They're sounding like they want hardcore, like they want the presentation.
I don't know.
Speaking of hardcore, this is not the happiest news I've ever done.
Oh, no.
Of all the happy things that come with spring.
Yeah?
And this is actually something I had a huge problem with because I was on the board of directors at the SPCA in Virginia.
Yes.
And heartworm was a big thing there because it's a moist... Heartworm for dogs because it is a moist state. Traditionally, we don't have the same problem here with like fleas and ticks and all the god-awful stuff that animals get in warmer, wetter climates.
We have ticks, we just don't have fleas.
But we are now number one. Salt Lake City is number one in the nation for heartworm for dogs.
I had no idea.
Isn't that gross?
What do you do
I know,
for
I feel so badly for them. One of the interesting things they say there is a massive movement of animals going on in the United States. 60,000 dogs in 2014 alone relocated from the southeast to Colorado and Utah. That's
Right.
because of all the hurricanes and such.
Right.
So there's been a lot of movement. They're bringing all these diseases with them, but it's really gross. The microscopic baby worms circulate in the bloodstream. You can get it from mosquitoes who bite an infected animal, and then they bite an uninfected animal.
Ouch.
The larvae are deposited onto the surface of the animal's skin. And then it grows and it actually goes through all the chambers of the dog's
Can
heart.
we get through all of this, please?
In any case, what they're saying is start looking for the early signs like mild persistent cough, reluctance to exercise, fatigue after activity, decreased appetite, weight loss.
Wait a minute, that's me. Hon, you have to deworm me. How does it work? What do you do for it?
Oh, there's medication.
What?
It's very bad.
No, for the dogs.
No,
Come
there's
on.
medication for the dogs, and it's a very unpleasant process.
And it goes
for
through the
everyone.
dogs and everything this happens. Right.
And then, then he gets rid of it. But they say because we are number one, you are really supposed to keep an eye out. And they said that
Talk to your vet.
And they say that only maybe 40% of the animals who have it have actually been tested.
Talk to your vet.
Sorry, that was not the most tasty conversation
Wow.
we've had recently. But we have a dog. You have a dog. I worry about my dog.
Who shops at night?
I do. You do.
You online? You just kind of putzing around. Maybe it's like Wish.com or stuff that.
Stop trying to infiltrate other people with your filthy love of Wish, please.
Don't go there. I promise you, don't go there. Don't go to Wish.com.
Just don't even talk about it. Move on.
Sites that you go to at night, more like Boots and things like that.
I'm only doing that for Pinterest research from our pages. It's for work.
Excuse me. So anyway, the point being is that evidently we're spending a lot of money, like $39.4 billion.
Almost $40 billion?
On tipsy shopping.
No way.
And they did a huge survey on this, and they have figured this out.
Wow.
That for evidently, well, why wouldn't you?
Well, think about it. Number one, it's much harder to worry about cost when you're just handing someone a piece of plastic, and it's 1,000 times worse when you're online because you don't really look at the number and go, oh my gosh, I'm spending that, because you're not really even handing anything over. But if you're doing that with a glass of wine in your hand, whoo, sky's the limit.
30 billion last year, 39 billion this year. 26% of all people surveyed admitted to making a purchase while perhaps a little tipsy after a glass of wine.
This is like the infomercials in the 80s when everyone had insomnia and you had nothing else to watch. But now we have access to the internet where everything is available.
The shake weight became very popular. You know what I'm talking about. No, I'm not moving my hands.
Shake weight.
The shake weight. So millennials, this is interesting, I thought. Millennials, 1,047 per year, per person.
Wow.
Yes.
Over $1,000 a year on tipsy shopping.
Yeah, as
That's a lot
opposed
of
to
money.
466 for baby boomers. And for Gen X, it's only like $470.
Oh, see, they're just penny pinching.
They're just not drinking enough.
But it's true, your inhibitions are gone. You're like, oh, I can afford that. Which is probably why I have 27 pairs of black boots in our closet.
You know what? Yes, you do. You know what I like about like the cheap sites when you go to like Wish or you go to any of the Chinese sites.
You can really just let yourself not feel guilty, huh?
It's
like
it's
getting 15 cents.
It's like getting a little present every other day or every week from someone.
We have friends who are addicted to that, and it's not as funny.
They play contests and stuff.
Because he talks about it's good. I have 27 belt buckles. I'm like, do you use them? And he goes, I have 27 belt buckles.
I think they watch the show.
I would like to point out that my father was a class 5 hoarder. I mean, my dad was an overachiever when it came to hoarding. So I'm extraordinarily paranoid about bringing things into the house.
Not my point. My point is the fact that if you're not lonely, but it's like, oh, look, a present.
No, I think everyone's that way, though, because in the old days we used to send each other cards and letters, and it was like, oh, I got a letter.
From
you know,
yourself.
It was exciting. It doesn't matter.
That's
It was
a little
exciting.
sick. All right.
What? What does that even mean?
Send yourself a letter.
I never sent myself a letter.
Send yourself a present. That's what I do.
Oh, okay.
The normal people do.
Okay.
So anyway.
We might have lost the logic thread here.
Criminals.
I am really proud of this guy. Now, most criminals, they
smart
accuse
are
criminals of being lazy, and I really feel like sometimes
It's not true.
that is an unfair assumption.
How so?
Sometimes there is a criminal who has stick-to-itiveness.
Stick-to-ativity.
Thank you, that too. Because, you know, he's not going to give up after one effort. He's going to keep moving. For instance, this guy.
Okay.
Kelly and Carradine Gallagher, he entered the Smiths and Woods Cross last week.
Okay.
Climbed on one of the motorized shopping carts. You love those motorized shopping
And I
carts.
broke my ankle bones.
You have dreamt of riding a rascal again.
Except when you back up and it beeps, it makes you feel like your butt's really big.
You enjoy it,
Like
don't
you're
lie.
a truck.
So he took the motorized shopping cart and drove across Highway 89 to an apartment complex nearby. Now, those carts cost more than $5,000. This is not amusing to the grocery store owners. So employees...
Wait a minute. You mean they don't lock up like the carts do when you leave the parking lot?
No. Don't get so excited.
Nothing.
So anyway, the employees called the police going, man, look at this. So less than 2 hours later, Gallagher returned to the same store, picked out over $400 worth of stuff, and then piled it in the motorized shopping cart and attempted to leave the store with the $400 worth of stuff. Now, at this point, the employees gave chase. They went, oh, for hell's sake, and they're going after him. And they managed to retrieve the goods and the shopping cart. Now, you would think perhaps at this time Gallagher would say, I will quit while I am ahead. I have stolen a $5,000 motorized shopping cart.
May I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
So they took all the stuff back, but they didn't apprehend him.
I think he probably leaped off and scampered. And they were like, I got my
So
stuff.
he's got scampering going.
So at this point, there's a police officer. He's at the store. He's taking reports. And at 9 o'clock, 2 hours later, guess who shows up?
No, Mr. Stick-to-ativity.
He is unwilling to give up. So he's entered the third time at 9 p.m. He gets himself onto another motorized shopping cart. The employees who are going,
Really?
seriously? Go, that would be him over there.
Again.
So the officer
Same clothes.
officer comes over, he says, we've got something to talk about. Gallagher apparently begins to wriggle like a trout on the riverbank and is then subsequently handcuffed and dragged to the squad car. But, you know, I'm not applauding his behavior because it's terrible, but this is a man unwilling to give up. This is a man wishing to continue his streak of something.
If your getaway vehicle goes 5 miles an hour, you got some.
If brisk walking is enough to overtake you, then you have a problem.
If what?
Brisk walking.
Oh yeah, if a duck passes you, you know you're in trouble. That's so funny.
No, I have been waiting to hear about this because I happen to love this country.
Well, you have to wait for it. You can't just do that because
I didn't say the name.
The Nordic people are the happiest people on earth.
I am not surprised.
I will go down through a list. Where did the U.S. find themselves?
So this happiness list.
We are going to start here. And this is based on...
This is the World Happiness Report. It's from the U.S. Sustainable Solutions Network. Ranks countries according to like gross GDP per capita, social support, healthy life expectancy, social freedom, generosity, absence of corruption.
Health coverage.
These are all good. I mean, and
things like this.
One of my girlfriends, Em, says that that's one of the reasons Denmark is amazing. She says we actually trust our legislators. We may criticize them every now and then, but we actually trust them to look after.
You have to call them names.
But she said that there's an absence of corruption here that we don't hate them, which is kind of nice.
So here's the part. Nordic. It's dark for part of the winter. When I say dark, I mean like, let's have a baby dark. I mean, it is...
It depends on where you are. Finland, for instance, yes, that's a thing.
Okay, it's
Norway, not
dim,
so much.
Just dim.
Okay, look, we're not talking about Alaska.
Okay, here we go. Denmark, Norway, Iceland, followed by the Netherlands, Switzerland, Sweden, New Zealand, Canada. Canada?
Huh.
How'd they sneak in? And they're so close.
Because they're awesome and polite.
And Austria, but wait a minute. Canada snuck in there.
Top 10.
And we're number 19.
Yeah.
And we're connected to them.
This year's report provides sobering evidence of how addictions are causing considerable unhappiness and depression in the U.S. That's one of the things that knocked us down on the list. But you did not mention number 1, which was what?
Which is, go ahead.
Finland. Finland with the best educational system in the world.
Right.
They're awesome. It's kind of chilly and the language is difficult. Like I could speak Norwegian, so I could follow along Swedish and Danish. You can kind of get a sense of what they're saying.
Right.
Finland is like
Right.
you're on your own. It's like yeah.
Where does ABBA come from?
They're Swedish.
There you go.
South Sudan came out in last place. No surprise.
Out of what? How many?
Out of all of them.
Oh, all of them. Okay. That didn't work out well for them.
I love the people of the Sudan. It's just harder and harder to hear
It
that. They are
is.
like the Mississippi of the world.
So the Nordic people. Vikings.
It's true, though. They're happy. They're well educated.
Right.
They live really well and fully every day. They have very high taxes, but they also have free education, free
Which is
health
true.
care.
Oh, no. We sound like socialists.
Communists.
God forbid we don't go bankrupt taking care of our medical bills. Anyway, enough about that. Don't forget, tonight is Erin's incredible psychic fair
The
going
psychics
on.
already know you're going to have a great time.
They already know. Might as well go. Where do they go?
More information, just go to the Todd and Erin Daily Stream.com. You can get your tickets at the door. It's going to be a cool night.
All right. We'll see you there.